One of my hypotheses states that abstract relationships manifest or materialize matter. Relationships don't create matter. Instead, they position matter into complex arrangements. Imagine a time before you discovered something, like basketball, for example. You probably didn't have any basketball shoes, or posters, or collectible cards, or tickets to basketball games, and so on. But as your mind created relationships with the idea of basketball, arrangements of matter related to basketball began appearing in your immediate environment. So by thinking a lot about basketball, you probably got your hands on some posters, shoes, jerseys, maybe a basketball, and other material objects related to the idea of basketball. So I believe as a general rule that when we put time and energy into connecting thoughts in our minds, arrangements of matter begin to appear around us in our immediate environment. That's why education is so important. It shifts our environments while shifting our minds. What happens is that thoughts, or rather the relationships between thoughts, exert some force that pushes matter around, and it forces our bodies to displace matter to balance some sort of mind-to-matter ratio between the world of thoughts and the physical world. And the mechanism works because all the objects around us contain abstract pathways to some much larger concepts. Any branded object contains a road or a pathway to an idea that which the brand represents. Some fundamental universal mechanism driving the concept of manifestation shifts our material environment as we connect abstract ideas in our minds across abstract pathways. That's why we go out and buy things. But let's say you wear basketball shoes and you're not consciously into basketball. You might think that this breaks my hypothesis. Why would basketball shoes manifest if you don't have any relationships with basketball? Well, you do have relationships with basketball. You just don't consciously acknowledge them. Your unconscious mind contains enormous numbers of relationships that were inputted there by your environment. Our unconscious minds are hiding some deep philosophical truth about the nature of the universe, and our own subjective perspective on thinking prevents us from easily perceiving it. So in conclusion, all manifested arrangements of matter, like a visualization board or a pair of shoes, provide pathways to abstract ideas that can be traveled by the mind. And that abstract motion will reflect some material change across our external environments.